Welcome back to Plaid Couch. Today we have a super special video for you. It's just Maddie and I here today. No Tegan. The CEO, the boss, is away. That means the kids play. And oh boy, if we're not if we're
Yeah,
not doing
he's
something fun
he's
today.
taking all our hard work and he's relaxing right now. I'm
Yeah,
kidding. He's
so
busy. He's super busy.
Tegan gets 1 day of PTO from Plaid Couch a year, so he turned in his 1 day of PTO. So we somehow were entrusted to do a video. Um, so we thought, since Matthew is the resident Kingdom Hearts expert on Plaid Couch, if you haven't been
Yep.
able to tell from his Ask Me Anything, and I am not the Marvel expert, but I'm the one who made it my whole personality. So today we are going to do some lore drops. Matthew has a list of 7 from Kingdom Hearts, and I have a list of 7 from Marvel, and we have some fake ones sprinkled in, so we're each going to share them back and forth, and the other person has to guess if that's real lore from their chosen universe or if it's something that they made up. And we don't know how many are real, how many are fake. Matthew could have just fucked me over and just put 7 fake ones, and then I'll look stupid the whole video. uh
No, you're gonna learn. You're
oh
gonna learn
shit,
something today, Jaylene.
Matthews are all real.
No,
Matthew
they're
just wanted
not.
to teach me. So, like I said, we'll go back and forth and go from there. And if you have not watched our Ask Me Anythings, there's some of our first videos on this channel. Matthew did a Kingdom Hearts Ask Me Anything, and I did a Marvel Ask Me Anything. So I will link those below if you want to watch them. If you're not getting enough of that content from this video, we got you covered. Or any given Plaid Couch video, usually Kingdom Hearts or Marvel gets brought up. So I feel like these are
That's true.
reoccurring themes.
And
So
it's not always by us too.
no, I usually bring up Marvel, but anybody could bring up Kingdom Hearts. All right, Matthew, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
um, yeah, I can go first.
All
I
right.
can go first.
See.
So my first question for the Kingdom Hearts lore. Sora having a piece of Ventus's heart in him is why Roxas can wield 2 keyblades.
Okay, and I didn't even know that Roxas could wield 2 keyblades. So that's something I should have
That
known.
was that's his whole thing. That's
Oh
what separates him.
shit. Uh, I'm gonna go with real for that one. That sounds like it could be real.
Yep. And I
Okay.
got a little snippet here
Oh,
just to
okay.
clarify. So Ventus's heart went to Sora at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep because it was severely fragmented after Master Xehanort extracted the darkness from Ventus's heart, and it sought refuge in newborn Sora's heart to heal.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I did not know that. I feel like I'm way out of my depth for this because the first one I'm
It's
like, shit, that could go either way. I really don't know.
huh?
uh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Um,
A lot of people, and true to them, a lot of people think it's only because he Sora's nobody,
mm,
but that's not the actual
it's not
case.
the case. There. All right. Good lore drop. Um, this is my first one. I based all mine on Marvel Comics because comic book lore is wild, and I feel like most people are kind of familiar with the movies. So I'm doing all mine based on the comics. So my first one here. Thor originally had hundreds of siblings that were also warriors of Asgard. However, after thousands of years of battling, Thor was the only one of his siblings to survive, thus proving his loyalty to his father Odin.
Oh wow, that's kind of sad. I'm gonna go with true.
That one's fake. I made that
Ooh,
up. I
oh,
made it
that's a
up.
good one.
Uh,
That's a good
Thor
one.
does have like Loki's his sibling, and then Angela in the comics. I think he
Mhm.
might have other ones and different iterations. I don't know, but no, that seems like just some fucked up shit Odin would do because Odin is, kind of a piece of shit in both the movies
He
and
is
the
kind of a
comics.
piece of shit.
So I'm like, that sounds
I
like
never liked
something.
him. I never
most
liked
people,
him.
most people never did. Thor might be the only one who likes Odin. um, but no, I felt like that's a shitty thing he would do. But
Yeah, I'm glad Loki goes against Odin. Not gonna lie.
yeah. So Odin was so good to him from kidnapping him from the frost giants.
I don't know.
And then not telling him. Yeah.
That's so messed up.
Any of the Asgard stuff or like yeah, any of that in Marvel is always just so fucked up. Especially if you read
Mhm.
stuff from like the Thor comics in the 60s, it's wild. Like
I believe
they
it.
were doing some drugs back then when they were writing the Thor comics. So, all right, I'm
All
ready for
right.
my next Kingdom Hearts lore.
Your next lore is Organization 13 had 14 members at one time.
But it's called Organization 13.
Mhm.
This seems like a trick question. Because why would it be called Organization 13 if there's 14 members? Unless my theory, if this is true, is that two of the members were twins. So they're like, well, we'll just count them as one. Or it's like a Roxas Sora situation, maybe.
Mm.
I'm going to go true on this one also. This is real.
Yeah, you're true. That's
Okay.
true.
Is my reasoning
So
correct?
yeah, at one time, organization did have 14 members, and the 14th member was Shion, and she was created by Vexen, one of the main members of Organization 13, as an imperfect replica of Sora, designed to siphon and store Sora's memories and powers. That's how they tried to wield the power of the Keyblade.
Gotcha. Okay. So, man, my lore sounded better. If it's somebody's nobody, they don't count as an extra member. That just counts as the same person. Let me write Kingdom Hearts. I'll do Kingdom Hearts 4. I got it. um all right. You had two reels in a row. I'm going to use that logic in the game for your next one. But I'm going to go to my
Okay.
next one next here. Um A group of shape-shifting aliens called the Skrulls invaded Earth and were eventually stopped by the Fantastic Four. Instead of killing them or sending them into space, Reed Richards forced them to shift themselves into cows, and then he hypnotized them into believing that they really were cows so they could spend the rest of their days as simple cows on a pasture.
Oh my gosh, this sounds like something that Reed would do, but I'm gonna go with false.
This is real. This is like early Fantastic Four.
Damn.
Again, the 60s were a weird time for comic books. That Reed Richards, the smartest man on earth, was like, we'll just make them think they're cows. Problem
Oh my
solved.
god. I should have went with real. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
that one's real.
Ugh. All right. Third question. Roxas's name comes from Sora's name.
What do you mean comes from it? How does that work? I'm gonna say false. No.
It's true.
What the fuck, Matthew?
So if you look at Roxas's name, it uses the letters from Sora's name. It has the S, the O, the R, and the A. But that X symbolizes when he became part of Organization 13. That's
that
how he got his identity as Roxas.
that's so lame. What a lame way to be named. I'm so sorry. What the fuck? I was literally thinking, like, how did they get the X in there? That doesn't make any sense. Jesus. Okay. All right. Um. All right. My next one here. There's an alternate universe where Lady Loki tricks Gambit into falling in love with her and convinces him to leave Rogue for her. This causes Rogue to be extremely angry and jealous, paving the way for her to become a villain to not only Gambit and Loki, but to the X-Men as a whole.
I hope this is real. That sounds awesome.
Unfortunately, I made that up, but wouldn't that be so gas?
That'd be sick.
And Lady Loki just swoops
Gambit
in.
Gambit would treat Lady Loki good.
Yeah, and Rogue would be. She would be scary, I think, if that happened. She would not be nice about it. No, unfortunately, I made that one up, but I want it to be real. Maybe we'll write that. Let Matthew and I do the next X-Men movie, and we'll just write that in. And they'll be like, "What
Oh,
comic?
that would bring.
What comic did you get that from?" And we'll be like, "Don't worry about it."
How about you just enjoy the movie?
Yeah.
that would make some money. Damn it! Just seeing Lady Loki alone.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Are you ready for your next lore?
Yes.
All right.
There's got to be a fake
Daisy
one in
be-
here. Sorry. Go ahead.
Daisy becomes a party member in the Disney Castle world.
Like Daisy Duck.
Daisy Duck.
Okay. I didn't know if that was like a different Kingdom Hearts character, or if it was indeed Daisy Duck. As much as I love Daisy, as much as she's a baddie, I don't think Disney utilizes. I don't think Disney utilizes her enough. They kind of shove her in the back too much. I'm gonna say false. I don't think that's real.
Correct. It is false. She does appear in Disney
Oh, okay.
Castle, but she just she's just
Kinda
there.
Yeah.
She's just kind of there checking on Donald.
That's a shame too, cause she's awesome. I want to be Daisy with her like wielding a keyblade. I feel like that would be fun.
Daisy that'd be sick.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of sass in her movements. I know it.
Yeah.
Now you got me wondering what her keyblade would look like. I'll have to do some searching.
Ooh,
I'll find something.
Someone might have.
There's got to be.
Say someone on DeviantArt might have made one already.
Yeah.
All right, my next Marvel lore drop for you. The current Black Widow in the comics is actually a clone of herself, with her prior memories downloaded onto her clone's brain. This is because she was killed by a version of Captain America that was brainwashed by Hydra, known as Captain Hydra.
This is true.
This is true. This is just how comic books are written, unfortunately.
There's a lot to take in that little bit of a sentence. Jesus. But I knew Captain Hydra was Captain America, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that made me think it was true.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then they're always like cloning people and killing characters off in the comics, so that is just classic. Like I said, classic comics. Also, there's a lot of speculation that Chris Evans is going to play Captain Hydra in Doomsday because he's back.
Ooh.
And I think that would be cool.
They're hyping up this movie too much.
I
swear.
I don't think it's going to be that good. I hope it is, but
they're saying they have all these characters. How are they going to fit that in an hour and 30-minute timeline?
We're gonna get like a 30-second scene of each character, and that's it.
Yeah. They're all gonna be in one room for a couple of minutes, and then it's like, well, there they are.
There they are.
Jesus.
There they are. Now clap and cheer and cry.
Yep. Clap. And then we'll get a message where it's like, these characters will return.
In Avengers Secret Wars.
In Avengers Secret War. It's like, boo.
And you know what? My ass would probably eat it up, and I would be back to see Secret Wars just as excited.
Gosh, I hope it lives up to the hype.
We'll have to wait and see. All right, back to Kingdom Hearts. I'm ready for my next lore drop.
All right, Goofy saves King Mickey from a falling boulder, sacrificing himself.
I think this is true because I think I've seen clips of that, because it's like Goofy's dead. He's dead for 2 seconds, and then he like gets up and he's like, "Gorsh," or something.
And that's exactly what happened.
I've seen that.
It is true. It is true. I remember that scene when I was a kid, and I literally teared up. I'm like, Goofy's dead, dude. He's not coming back.
I've seen the cutscene, and they want you to think he's dead for a little bit.
Yeah, they do a good job with it. And then he's like, hey guys, he's back. He's back. Oh, that's Mickey's turning point too, where he rips off his cloak and he's like, they'll pay. he just does a sick front flip off of the
It
cliff.
is cool that they managed to like make Mickey Mouse edgy. I feel like you don't get edgy Mickey Mouse in any other property.
He is so edgy in the Kingdom Hearts series, especially the second one. Ugh,
I'm surprised they never
because
did like animated Kingdom Hearts like show or anything.
they they
Oh
had
shit.
like a pilot episode a long time ago,
Oh,
but it didn't clear,
damn.
and now I'm just waiting for Disney Plus to make a TV show,
That would be
which would be
sick.
real nice.
That would be cool.
We're getting all these movies from video games, and
Yeah.
I've yet to see Kingdom Hearts.
Someday we have to believe, Maddie. I'll
I'll
never
be
play the
50 years old
games.
at that point.
I'll never play the games, but I'll watch a Kingdom Hearts movie. I'll watch the shit out of that.
And you'll be left with more questions than
I'll be
answers.
like, I still don't understand anything. I'm still confused.
They're afraid to do it because they gotta put so much lore into a little bit of time.
Damn. Cowards.
I know,
All
right?
right. My next one here. There is a mutant named Ice Cream, and that's spelled EYE space SCREAM. So like ice cream. Um, whose abilities allow him to transform himself into any flavor of ice cream. He ends up using his abilities to break into the X Mansion, but is stopped when Charles Xavier finds out he's in the danger room and turns up the AC to freeze him solid.
That sounds like something that would happen in the X Mansion. I'm. There's no way they. I'm gonna go with not. It's fake.
You think it's fake? You think I made up ice
Yeah.
cream? I could
Yeah.
never make up something as iconic as ice cream. Are you kidding me?
My God, it's real.
Ice cream is a real mutant. That actually did happen.
I've never heard of that character.
I think he's only had like one or two appearances. They don't do a lot with them. I think they should do like a mini series where him and the Phone Ranger link up and they go they go on missions together. Ice Cream and Phone Ranger. That would be sick.
Special guest Condiment King.
Oh, that would be a DC crossover.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The only DC, or I guess it's not the only, but oh boy. All
That'd
right.
be
Are you
fun.
ready for your next lore?
Yes.
All right. Sora fails his Mark of Mastery exam, causing him to not earn the title of Keyblade Master.
I'm gonna say true because I feel like that makes room for him to have to prove himself as the games go on.
That is true. In Kingdom Hearts, which one is it? Gosh. Dream Drop Distance.
Okay.
Sora, that whole game was the Mark of Mastery for Sora, but the darkness ended up taking him over just right at the end because he got trapped by the Organization 13 members.
Okay.
And his heart did fill with darkness, and to become a Keyblade Master, you can't make that happen.
Nope. That's Kingdom Hearts 101. You can't have Heart of Darkness.
You got that right.
I did know that. That might be all I know, but I do know that.
Huh?
All right.
You know more now than you ever have.
Oh, I'll be an expert after this. I might know more than some Kingdom Hearts like fans. All right, my next lore drop here for you. In the Daredevil comics, Matt Murdock ends up breaking up with Karen Page at the height of her heroin addiction after finding out that she drugged Foggy without his consent.
I think I saw that on a YouTube short for some comics. I'm gonna go with it did happen. It's real.
This is a sneaky one because this is fake. They end up breaking up. She did have a really bad heroin addiction, but I think the worst thing she did was like tell people like who Daredevil was, like told everybody Matt Murdock's secret identity. I don't think
That
she.
bitch.
I don't
Why
think she
would
ever
she do
fucked
that?
Foggy. Well, she needed drug money. So
That's
she
fucked
did.
up.
She did sell Matt Murdock, and I don't remember if that's why they broke up or they were broken up before that. I don't know. Karen Page has done some really shitty stuff in the comics, but I don't believe that she's ever drugged Foggy. She seems to have some respect in that regard.
She's too busy drugging up herself.
Yeah,
Gosh.
she would not waste good drugs on Foggy
Yeah,
Nelson.
she wouldn't waste. Oh my gosh. She's lucky that Daredevil is a Catholic man.
Yeah. No, he is like, I mean, because Matt Murdock has done some shitty stuff in the comics too. Not to Karen Page level, but like, he still has her back. And it's like, man, Matt, you gotta stand up for yourself a little bit more. I don't know if I'd forgive her for all that. Me personally, I don't know.
All right, are you ready for your final lore drop?
Yes.
All right. Nobodies are formed when a person with a strong heart loses it to the darkness, but the body and soul refuse to fade away.
So this is what would have happened to Sora, which is how Roxas was formed.
Yes.
By this logic. Okay. I'm gonna go with
Good
true.
job.
Thank you. I'm keeping up. I'm gonna go with true. This is
Yes.
real. Okay.
Yes, that is true. And I always freaking forget, thinking about Roxas, that Sora did become a Heartless in the first game, right at the end. And then Kyrie gave him a hug, and that's all it took to get his heart back.
Damn.
But in that moment, when Sora lost his heart and became a Heartless, that's when Roxas came to be.
So if you are a nobody, is it common for your like real self to still be alive, or is that pretty like uncommon? Like, is it common
yes,
for like? Oh, okay, okay.
That is common. Because you have all the Organization 13 members are nobodies.
Okay.
And you see, not all of them yet, but you see their actual like selves in some of the minor games, like
Gotcha.
the mobile game that they decided to come out with for some reason. But yeah, so and fun fact with the nobodies, they all share the name of their main person with that X added
That
in.
was my
So
next.
it's like
That was my next question.
It's their real like Axel. Axel's the guy with the two chalk like the two spinning wheels of fire.
Okay.
And his real name is Lee. But because in Organization 13, Axel is Lee with an X in it.
Gotcha. Fascinating. Okay. I wanna meet like my nobody who becomes a nobody for me. I think that'd be cool. They'd have to be cooler than me. They'd have an X in their name.
They would. They wouldn't have a heart either, so they'd be emotionless.
Dude, wish that were me. I cry over everything. I can't watch movies without crying. All right, my last piece of Marvel lore for you, Maddie. There's a single issue Punisher crossover comic where Frank Castle runs into Eminem after a concert. So Eminem, the rapper, the guy, runs into him after a concert. The two end up having to work together to defeat the villain Barracuda.
You gotta be pulling my leg with this one.
You think it's fake?
It's not. It's fake.
It is real. This really happened.
Oh my god! Who is Barracuda?
He's like, I don't know if he's Frank Castle's like main villain, but he's a villain who runs into Punisher a lot. Has a shotgun. You know, wears a suit.
That's awesome.
But,
why is Eminem in it?
Why not? I just had a concert.
Why not? That's so cool.
I think it was to help promote his album Relapse at the time. So this would have been like mid 2000s, and it was like I don't know how it ended up with like Marvel and whatever, but it was something with that to promote his album. But isn't Punisher just a good choice for Eminem? I'm like, yes, it does kind of work if you're gonna pick anybody.
Yes. So with that logic, does that mean if Frank Castle listens to music, there's a chance Eminem is in his playlist?
Well, probably now. They work together. At
That's
the
awesome.
beginning, I don't think they were like too keen on working together, but then now I bet they're kind of buds. So I'm sure Frank Castle listens to some Eminem. But
I got to see Eminem live. He was a
yeah,
surprise guest,
you and Burguy
and it
both.
was awesome. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Burguy was there.
Yeah, and I didn't get to see Eminem. I saw the
It,
video because it was at an Ed Sheeran concert, right? He brought him out.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
Burgay showed me the video, and I saw a lot of white people going crazy when Eminem came out.
It was kind of annoying because everybody screamed through his whole performance. You could barely hear him sing, and I was pissed off.
Yeah.
Like I was happy when he came out, and then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, guys, can I I
Can
can't
we
hear
listen?
him.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is all the lore drops we have. Matthew, do you feel like you learned some new things about Marvel that maybe you were better off not knowing?
I Yes, I definitely learned something, but I don't know if I'd be able to remember all of that if we were to if you were to quiz me like
Mhm.
a month from now, I'd probably forget about. No, I wouldn't forget about Barracuda. You know
Yeah.
what? I changed my mind. Thank you, Jaylene. I did learn. There is a lot that happened.
Matthew, you could quiz me on Kingdom Hearts in an hour and I'm getting all the questions wrong. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm not retaining all this. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this idea, we'll do it again. Let us know. We all have little nerdy hobbies and interests, so I'm sure we could get Tegan looped in somehow, maybe Burguy. I don't know, see what happens. Or we'll just never do this again and um Tegan's gonna fire us for taking over the channel while he's gone. We will see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, all that. Bye.
We're almost to 100. Help us.
Yes, help us. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.